find a position that's most comfortable for you. That's the most important thing when we're doing meditation is that we can let the body be relaxed. When the body can relax down, then everything else can kind of go along with it. And because now you've become more adept at meditation, it's easier for you to come into that state, that meditative state, much more quickly. Perhaps you notice that, perhaps you don't, but as a group, I notice it's much quicker for you. And so bring your attention to the breath. We always start with bringing our attention to the breath because when we bring our attention to the breath, it brings us into the present moment. And the present moment is the only place our physical body can be. As we know, our minds can be all over the place, our emotions can run amok, but our bodies have to stay in this time and place. And there's a purpose for that. That purpose is to anchor us into presence itself. And it's interesting as we can see the mind, trying to pull us around to keep us out of the present moment and out of presence. Our consciousness is easily distracted. And so we practice meditation to help us hone that capacity to hold our consciousness steady. So holding your consciousness steady now on the breath, noticing it as it goes in and out of your nostrils, makes its way down the breath wave into your belly if it's reaching that far, and then back out again. And just pay attention, if you will, to the sound of the breath. You might notice that something changes a little in your experience as you begin to notice the sound of the breath. And we're not trying to change the breath, we're just allowing it to be as it is. And as we move into meditation, just allow yourself to release any expectations. To allow our field of opportunity to be clear and open. And just bring ever the slightest smile to your lips, just a very gentle smile. And just notice if anything shifts in you. Maybe you notice a little more warmth in your body. Maybe just feel a gentleness in your inner experience. And just noticing if there's any places in your body where you may be feeling contracted or constricted. Again, just noticing. as we settle more into the body, just noticing these things. And bring your attention now to your heart space. And if you wish, you can place your hand on your heart. Noticing the quality of your heart this morning. In its capacity as the bridge from the human to the higher levels of your spiritual being, the heart is subject to both lower density frequencies and the higher density frequencies. So it can take up some of the heaviness that might be in the body and also some of the lightness and freedom that is more evident in the upper frequencies. So just notice where your heart is at today. Again, without changing anything. And notice the weight and the warmth of your hand on your heart. And just allow it, if it can, to just gentle down your heart. Just soften it a little. Open it a little. Make it a little more flexible, just with the weight and the warmth of your hand. And now, if you will, locate your soul. Again, no worries about where you think this might be or how it needs to be. Just notice it. Notice where your soul is. Don't let the mind get too involved with this. Your first instinct is the one for you. So choose your first instinct, wherever that is. And if you locating it in your body, then you can place your other hand there. And notice, just notice your soul. Maybe you haven't been in touch with it for a while, so just notice it. You may see it as a visual, you may hear a sound, you may just sense it, you may just know it's there. And if you're feeling baffled, just ask that it's there, that you know that it's there. You know it's there. You may not know exactly where it is, but you know it's there. Just hold your attention on the soul. And as you hold your gaze on your soul, just allow it to expand. Let's open up the doors and the window of the soul and let the light in. Not that there isn't light there already, but we're adding to what's there. Just open it up, allow it to be open. And if the mind wants to come into play, set it on the periphery of your experience. Come back to your focus. And so as the soul expands, which is its natural predisposition is to expansion, you can begin to cast off any old soul contracts, any soul connections. You can open it up, clear it out. Let's clear out the soul, do like a spring purge. Let everything go as we expand out. And as we allow a translucent white light to come into the soul, gives even greater impetus to clear. There's no requirement to hold on to old circumstances, old patterns. And so keep allowing that expansion. Allow yourself to continue to expand the soul right back to the place of inception, when your soul spirit was spun out. And you stood in that white light, that brilliant white iridescent light that went right through you and around you, surrounded you. In this clear, clean, open space, that was you. That is you. This is an opportunity for you to unburden your soul, to let go of all the stories, all the circumstances, those things that we keep running around over and over and over again. And just let them go out on the breeze of the shimmering white light. And allow the heart to bring some compassion into this experience. You know, you're capable of holding your attention on your soul at the same time, allowing compassion to be brought into that space, into the soul space. Letting go of all judgment. And suspending any beliefs of unworthiness or not being okay. And allowing compassion to temper your experience. And then allowing that shimmering, iridescent, translucent light to move into your physical body, to move into every cell of your physical body. And it has the power to release any old patterns, any ancient patterns from this life, from past life, anything that's entered into the physical realm that can be simply dissolved, melted away. And just remembering that the body is the greatest density of your being, and so it may take a little longer for those patterns to disappear or to rearrange. But that work will continue throughout our meditation, now that you set the intention that that be so. And notice your experience. Just allow all those things that bind you to move out through your skin, out back to the beginnings of the universe. Just allow that to leave the body. Again, knowing that the universe is the greatest recycler. It's just energy that needs a place to go. Allow it to move out of your body to the ends of the universe, back to where it came from. Now bring your attention into the emotional body. And again, allowing white light to travel through the emotional body. Again, loosening and taking apart any emotional patterns that don't serve you, or all emotional patterns for that matter. Let's allow the emotional body to be open and clear. And then allowing that white light to travel back also through the physical body, so that any attachments, any bodily attachments to emotions are also benefit from the removal of any patterns in the emotional body that impact the physical. So as the emotions in the emotional body start to soothe, they start to placate the patterns in the physical body, start to bring them down, alleviate them. Notice your experience. And again, allowing any patterns moving out of the emotional body to go to the ends of the universe. Again, back where they came from. There's no requirement for you to hold on to any past experience. And bring your attention to the mental body, the level of the mind, and allowing this powerful white light to move through the mental body, removing old thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. These thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes form the foundation upon which emotional patterns and physical patterns are built. So as we move into the mental realm, we're pulling out the roots of old patterns, be they of this lifetime or of past lifetimes. Just allow the white light to move through the mind. As it does, it simply lifts those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes and again takes them to the ends of the universe, out and away from your being. And as it does this, also allow this energy to move back through the emotional body and the physical body again, so that both these bodies benefit from the clearing in the mental body. And all this connects back through to the soul. Let go of any patterns in the soul, through the mental body, the emotional body, the physical body. Keep noticing your experience. And then allowing the white light to move through all layers of your being, clearing, cleansing, purifying as it moves through. And as it does, that cascades back down into the lower bodies, the mental, the emotional, the physical. Simultaneously maintain your attention on the soul that has been purified, cleansed. Keep noticing your experience. So as your entire being is cleansed and purified with the white light, including the soul, it's like being reborn. You have an opportunity to start all over again, clear, fresh, clean. An opportunity to start again with more consciousness, more accessibility to your experience. And burn your soul and lighten your spirit. And allow yourself to be free. Free to move in whichever direction suits you. And in this moment, if you notice yourself being pulled in any direction, I invite you just to move with it. If you want to get up, you can move around physically, but if not, you can just allow yourself to move even in an internal way towards that. So you're turning towards your soul. You're allowing your heart and your soul to speak the same language. And as your soul is liberated, you are liberated. Your capacity to express, your capacity to be who you truly are is freed up. And you gain the courage and the strength to move in ways that are appropriate for you and helpful for others. We're letting go of the sacred cows and blurring the lines in the sand and opening ourselves up for new experience, new possibilities. And bring your attention back to your heart. And taking a gentle breath into your heart. And just releasing it. And as you begin to move your body around gently, remember your soul. Hold it close. Have conversation with it, even if you don't understand what it's saying. Even if you don't think you know what's happening, just still allow the avenues to stay open, those pathways to stay open. So moving your hips and your spine and your shoulders, your neck, Just gently awakening your body a little, but not moving very strenuously, just so that you stay still with that, bringing the heart and the soul together back into the space when you open your eyes, that you don't lose that on impact with the five senses.